Hi, I'm Marcus, and welcome to the MSI Crosshair Gaming Laptop tutorial. Today I'm showing you the new MSI Crosshair series. The futuristic style Crosshair series features exclusive sci-fi elements that are inspired by Rainbow Six Extraction gameplay. Besides the regular edition, this time MSI has teamed up with Ubisoft's Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction to release the all-new limited Crosshair 15 Rainbow Six Extraction Edition. The design brings the game to life in a sleek yet powerful gaming laptop full of sci-fi atmosphere, featuring exclusive React design elements from Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction. Along with Crosshair Rainbow Six Extraction Edition, MSI also bundled the limited edition accessories and game redeem code within the package. When you look at this box, you will immediately know that this is the MSI Rainbow Six Special Edition laptop. Have you noticed the background map on the box? It is actually where the game studio is located. Now, let's take a look at what is inside this package. There's a mousepad and a gaming mouse. And of course, the game itself. The Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction Deluxe Edition. Here's the redeem code card that comes with the Crosshair. To redeem, download Ubisoft Connect and log in. Choose Redeem and enter the redeem code. Then you can start to download and play the latest Rainbow Six Extraction. Like a squad team member, the laptop has I/O ports that can extend your equipment with higher firepower for your incoming tough battle. First, we look at the left side of the laptop. There is a DC in, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A, and a USB 2.0 Type A port. On the right side of the laptop, there is an Ethernet port, an HDMI, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type C, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A, and an audio combo jack. The power core of the laptop is the latest 12th generation processor that is up to 14 cores i9-12900H. The graphics is powered by up to RTX 3070 Ti GPU with DDR4 3200 memory and up to 64GB and 2 NVMe SSD slot. Also, the screen has up to 165Hz refresh rate QHD panel, which means you will always be able to track your enemy during a street battle. The Crosshair series is equipped with an MSI special yellow, blue, green Spectrum keyboard that symbolizes the Rainbow Six team. Moreover, it has a number pad that can boost the battle efficiency. On the upper right corner of the keyboard, you can find the power button. Remember to plug in the power adapter before you boot the laptop for the very first time. This is to disable the factory shipping mode, which is designed to prevent the laptop from being turned on during the transportation. To prevent the user from mistouching the power key, MSI has a special UX design. To enter sleep mode, hold the power button down until it enters sleep. The LED indicator color on the power button changes from white to orange sometimes. This is actually another special design from MSI. When the LED is white, it means the laptop is using the integrated GPU, and orange when it is using the discrete GPU. On the left side of the power button, there are F1 to F12 hotkeys. The most frequently used functions are listed on them for quick access. By default, it activates the F1 to F12 when you click them. But if you'd like to access the printed hotkey, for example, camera off, click Function plus F6 hotkey. If you would like to set the hotkey as default, here's how you toggle between these modes. By holding the function key and escape key, the default function will be toggled between each other. Check the LED indicator on the escape key. It shows the default function status. Next, I will show you some of the useful function hotkey combinations, which can be triggered with the function key. If you use F1 to F12 as default, but still use the hotkey combinations often, or the opposite, you may want to configure the function key to be on the left side of the keyboard instead of the Windows key. Switching their functions can also reduce the chance of accidentally pressing the Windows key and leaving the game. MSI has an aid for it. You can switch the function in MSI Center. Open up MSI Center, go to General Setting, click Switch Key. The function of both keys will be swapped immediately. Sometimes when you're gaming, you may want to increase the amount of airflow just like a turbo engine. This is when the Cooler Boost hotkey comes in handy. By pressing Function plus arrow up key, the fan speed will raise instantly and blow more air through the cooling system to decrease temperature. Simply press the key combination again to change back to regular fan speed. Tired of sniper rifle with no crosshair when not in scope mode? Crosshair gets larger when you are firing your gun? We have a crosshair for you. The crosshair has a crosshair function that you can create a permanent crosshair on your screen. By pressing Function and arrow down, the crosshair will be right in the middle of your screen. Open up MSI Center, select Crosshair Display under Features page, and customize your crosshair to your ideal color, look, size, and position. You can move the crosshair with the mouse move box checked. The MSI crosshair will be your crosshair. The cooling system is the main factor that determines how your game performs. The Crosshair Series Cooler Boost 5 system has up to 6 heat pipes that ensure stable high performance during your competitive gameplay. The new generation Cooler Boost 5 even made the heat pipe wall thinner, which means more heat can be handled in the same length pipe. You don't always use laptops to play games, do you? Just like driving a car, you shift your gear to the most appropriate one, depending on if you are driving in the city or on the highway. Same applies to laptops. You might use it to browse the internet or complete your assignment. The MSI hotkey can switch between the modes and MSI Center easily. They are high performance, balanced, silent, and super battery. If you are tired of changing the settings manually, a new MSI function is created for you. Select Smart Auto mode, and it is done. This is all you have to do. Just leave it there and it will automatically select the best scenario accordingly. The icon will show what the current scenario is. You can also click the gear icon and add your software into the Smart Auto list. The laptop will enter high performance mode when your designated application is running. If you have a bigger TV or monitor, you can connect it through HDMI. Press Function and F11 or F11 hotkey to switch to the second screen only mode. Actually, when you connect to an external monitor, there is a chance you can gain a slight performance increase. This is due to the design of the NVIDIA GPU Optimus design. By bypassing the initial GPU, you can generate the graphics to the monitor directly, and therefore increase the performance. Now I'm going to show you how these techniques can be applied while you are gaming. We are going to play the Rainbow Six extraction. First, add Rainbow Six to Smart Auto. Then, just run the game. While the game is loading, I can turn on the Cooler Boost function by hotkey to decrease the CPU temperature and shorten the loading period. In the game, no matter which gun I choose, I can just turn on the crosshair and be a sniper without a sniper rifle. I hope the sharing today has been useful, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Hi, I'm Marcus, and welcome to Wi-Fi Atmosphere Deluxe Edition. Sorry. For your income.
65